Alright, so I want to talk about Cobra Kai Season 6, Parts 2 and 3. Part 1 is already up on Netflix, and Part 2 is coming out in November. Part 3 is supposed to be in February. Now, I do have supposed leaked episode titles for Part 2 and 3, so if you do not want to be spoiled on the names of the episodes, this is not the video for you, but I'm going to look at the names of the episodes. We're going to all talk about it, and then I'm going to speculate about what all this could mean. So, without any more warning, let's go ahead and get to it. So, these popped up on Reddit. Now, the first batch, which is being called Strike First, these are all the accurate names of those episodes: Peacetime in the Valley, The Prize, Sleeper, Underdogs, and Best of the Best. That has already been publicized. You can go watch them right now on Netflix, and I'm sure most of you already have. The second section is Strike Hard. Now, these episode titles have not been revealed yet. Enemy of the Enemy, Homecoming, Black, White, and Silver, Brumation, and Tail of the Cobra. Now, Enemy of the Enemy could have a number of different meanings. It could end up being a reference to how John Kreese said that the enemy of my enemy is my friend, which is actually what wound up happening between Johnny and Daniel. It could also mean that it's about Tori and Sam. But Tori and Sam are on opposite teams, but they're not enemies anymore. Now, 607 says Homecoming. Does this mean they're going back to the valley? There is some speculation that I've looked at that the Sekai Taikai will actually end in the valley. I'm not sure how I feel about that. To be honest, I don't really like that. Hopefully that's not the case. But Homecoming could also be Chosen coming back for the Sekai Taikai. Now, episode 8 clearly to me is, the way I'm seeing it, that's going to be the episode when Terry Silver returns. Black, White, and Silver. This has to be a reference to the fact that Miyagi-Do has the white geese, Cobra Kai has the black geese. Obviously, that's the whole pun. And then Silver represents Terry Silver. We know for a fact that Terry Silver did get arrested, but as he said in the Karate Kid Part 3, he has a lot of lawyers and the DA in his back pocket. So the idea of him being written completely off the show, I don't think that's going to happen. Terry Silver was the guy in charge of Cobra Kai that got them accepted into the Sekai Taikai. So him showing up makes perfect sense as a huge twist surprise for people who are waiting for it. Now, 609 Brumation, I have no idea what that means. Zero clue. I won't even begin to speculate. But if you have any ideas on what that actually means, go ahead and leave a comment down below in the comment section and let me know what you think Brumation is. And then 610 says Tail of the Cobra. But tail is T-A-I-L, not T-A-L-E, which means the back end of the cobra. Now, is this supposed to be a reference to a huge fight with maybe the finalist, the tail of the cobra being a metaphor for the finalist of Cobra Kai? Is that about Quan? Is it about Yoon? Or is it about Tori? There's a lot of possibilities. It could even be about Kreese, because the leaks have suggested that in the Sekai Taikai, there's an adult division. Like there's an adult tournament. That could, for all intents and purposes, be Johnny versus Kreese. I mean, that could happen. So, to me, Strike Hard, episode 6 through 10, and based on everything the actors have said in interviews, that's going to be mostly where the Sekai Taikai takes place. Because the one thing that I heard Tanner Buchanan and a bunch of the actors say is that season 6, episode 9, the Brumation episode, is supposed to have crazy fight sequences. Now, the final 5 episodes here, no mercy. Now, Ex Degenerate, episode 15 of season 6, that is confirmed to be the definitive name of that episode. And I think that's the final, that closes Johnny's story. He's probably going to go ahead and witness the birth of his new daughter. And then he'll be with his surrogate son, Miguel, his stepson, and his real son, Robbie. And he'll live happily ever after. Maybe even as a business owner. Maybe even as a guy who's running Cobra Kai. But before we get to that, let's look at the previous 4 episodes. 611, Origins. This, to me, and I could be wrong, Origins, to me, if I were to guess, sounds like it could be the episode where we find out the Mr. Miyagi backstory. Maybe the origin of how Mr. Miyagi became Mr. Miyagi. Maybe we'll have a young actor playing him, and we'll see him in the Sekai Taikai decades ago and find out what happened to him, how his headband got bloodied, and why he doesn't like tournaments. All of this is highly probable with the Origins episode. Why would an episode so close to the end be called Origins? You know what I mean? Then we have episode 12, Masuta. Now, if you do a quick Google search, Masuta in Japanese means true reality or long life. So, depending on what the kanji is, which we don't have, if it's going to be true reality, that could actually once again be like the Mr. Miyagi reveal. Like that could be something that episodes 11 and 12 together bring us that full story. Episode 613, Waiting to Strike. Clearly this sounds like it's a build-up episode for the big finale, which will probably be 614 and 615. Culmination, which of course, you know what that means. Culmination means this is literally the final chapter. Like everything is culminating, everything is building to this huge final fight, which I think will take place in 615. Now, is this after the Sekai Taikai? Does this mean we're going to see Johnny and Daniel and possibly even Kreese and Silver fight? Is this where Julie comes in? Where is Julie going to appear if she does appear in season 3? I definitely want you to leave your comments and tell me your predictions for what all these episodes mean. You could even list them out if you want. According to this, Strike First is July 18th. Strike Hard is November 28th, which has actually been moved back to November 15th, thankfully. And then No Mercy is February 14th. The rumor is that the Karate Kid movie, at least it's not really a rumor, it's Ralph Macchio said it himself, is coming out May 30th. So clearly those last Cobra Kai episodes have to be in the first quarter of the year. So that way everybody gets ready for the Karate Kid film in May. So again, in the comments, leave your theories about these episodes, especially the last 10. The first 5 we already know about, no need to discuss it. But what do you think's going on in the last 10 episodes? Where is this going to end? Is the Sekai Taikai the real finale? Or is there something else afterward? Some kind of bigger event that brings everyone together? What do you think? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And those are my thoughts anyways. See you soon.